Yo, what is happening, guys? Hopefully you enjoyed our last episode with Rusty. I actually really enjoyed that conversation. It was just, I think him and I are on the same wavelength a little bit. We've kind of got similar interests when it comes to business, right? He's expanded very quickly in the golf game. I've expanded rather quickly in the gym industry game. So, if you didn't listen to that episode, go back and listen to it. It was very solid. We'll definitely have him on again just to kind of like talk life and business. And I don't know, like I said, it was a good conversation for me to have. It just felt so natural and so easy. So, anyways, today's Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day. I know you're listening to this on Tuesday. I'm just getting some steps in real quick. Working at the restaurant this morning. I already got a lift in this morning. I golfed 9 holes at Mascoutin Golf Club, and it was one of those rounds where you just got pissed off the entire time. You probably shouldn't have played, but anyways, that's my morning so far. Now we're at the restaurant. Got a video recorded for our Facebook page here at the restaurant. We're getting our parking lot redone a little bit today, so getting some patches done, and then tomorrow it should be getting seal coated, and Thursday, and then striped, and it's going to look beautiful. In the next 4 weeks at the restaurant, we're also going to have the exterior painted, so it'll change the outside appearance as well. And our dock area, again, if you're familiar with the area, there's this big brown retaining wall. It's just a cinder block wall or a concrete wall. It's currently painted brown. When you're coming across the bridge in town, it's going to be repainted. It's going to be beautiful. And then eventually we're going to do some kind of like mural artwork on that wall as well. So anyways, enough about the restaurant. I've got a couple important things here to talk about. It was my birthday last week, Tuesday, May 19th. I am now 28 years old. And yeah, I don't know. It was a good birthday. It's Tuesday. I don't know. Not a whole lot to say. I think I'm going to do a podcast episode, maybe for Thursday's episode. That's just kind of like a reflection at 28 years old, more kind of like a vocal journal, kind of what am I going through, what am I working on, maybe that kind of stuff. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, my main message today is your identity. I've talked about this in the past, several episodes ago. What you believe is what you are. And what I mean by that is whatever I identify with. I am good at math. I am bad at math. I am good, I am good at whatever it is, right? I'm not good with money. I'm good with money, right? Like these things we say out loud to ourselves is true. That's what we're saying. And I feel like this is the reason I bring this up, being in the restaurant industry now, the restaurant and bar industry, I love my team. I really do. I love everybody who works on any of our businesses. I love, I love our team. I'm very happy with them. Working in this industry has given me the opportunity to work with different types of individuals. People that wouldn't work with us at our gym stuff necessarily, but just again, a different type of person. I don't know how else to say that, but it's just a different crowd, right? People who work for the restaurant and bar might not work for the gym. It's just pretty straightforward. So it's given me a broader perspective on employees and building a team and what people care about. And it still comes down to the core, what do they want out of life and what are their goals and dreams and how can we align that with our vision here at the restaurant, right? So, but working with some of these people, I've just noticed some of these identities that are really holding some of these people back, and just who they hang out with, right? Your 5 closest friends that they always say, the people who you spend the most time with, your inner circle. Those people, show me who those people are, and the saying is, I'll show you your net worth, or really what you're accomplishing in life and what you're doing, right? It's easy to be influenced. And that's why again, you start hanging out with new people, new friends, you start acting a little bit more like them, and it's just kind of the way it goes, right? The people you spend the most time with are the people who you act more like. So, again, your identity. What do you want to be good at? Do you want to keep telling yourself you can't do these things, that this is too hard, that I'm not good with money, that I'm not good with time, I'm always late? Right, these things that you're saying is you are telling your brain that is who you are through and through, and that's what you're going to continue doing. So, again, this is a self-reflection episode. Think about what are some of those things that you always say you are, or you do, or you act like this, or think about it. Catch yourself. Again, maybe write these things down and start changing that identity. Do a little identity shift. You don't have to be bad with money. You don't have to be bad at math. You don't have to know, advanced algebra or whatever. But again, when it comes to budgeting, I think, and this is like the biggest one for me, is like when it comes to like money and budgeting, and I'm not good with money, I don't know how to, stop saying that and just be willing to learn a little bit. Okay, I need to budget a little bit. What do I spend money on? What are my expenses, right? You don't have more than 20, 30, 10, right? Like, okay, I've got Wi-Fi, I've got my phone bill, I've got my insurance, whether that's, home or car or whatever, right? Maybe you own a home, you've got property taxes, you've got, your weekly food bill, you've got your gas, right? Like there's these common expenses we all have, and then obviously maybe you have a car payment, maybe you have some debt that you got to take care of, maybe you have a monthly credit card bill or whatever, student loan payment. But I'm just saying the list can't be 100 things long. It's really not. It's not that complicated for most. I'm just talking generally speaking here. It's not difficult to understand money and what you've got coming in versus what you've got going out. Sometimes what I like to do with my team, new hires or people who I see that want more, they want to achieve more, I like to understand their financial situation. So I can break it down with them. I can help educate them a little bit and get them to understand, okay, this is where I'm at. And sometimes me just saying, hey, bring me all of your expenses, gives them enough, like, okay, now I have to look at my expenses and understand what I've got to spend, or like what I am spending. I've done this with some of my key employees in the past. Again, you find 3 or 4 or 5 subscriptions you forgot you had from a year ago. Again, $20 a month for Netflix or Peacock or whatever. It adds up. But I just want you to challenge yourself and have an open mind. I always tell you guys, always be learning, willing to learn, willing to understand new things, like having that childlike mentality when it comes to life. When you wake up, you touch something you haven't touched before. You see something, you smell something. Like the world is just a great place to live in, right? When you're a little kid, everything is a good time. Everything is new. Everything is fun. So bringing that childlike mentality to life and observing more and, being in the moment. These are important things. I don't want you identifying as I am bad at, I will never be good at, I suck at this. Do you have to? Change that mindset to, I'm going to be better. I'm going to learn. I'm going to understand. I'm going to start, have these more positive outlooks on it than these negative outlooks. Once you shift that mind to be willing to learn, be willing to understand, and I'm not saying I'm not guilty of this. I'm not saying I'm perfect at all. The other day I tried building out my own, it seemed like a simple task. I don't even really know how to explain it. I was basically trying to connect certain apps to work the right way so I could build out this little thing. And I'm not saying I was trying to build an app or being this tech guy. I was just like, okay, according to ChatGPT, it's these 5 simple steps. And I started doing it. And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I just got more pissed off than I needed to. So, of course, I'm like, this is not what I should be doing. I shouldn't be wasting my time. And now I'm not saying you have to be good at everything. But the basics to take care of yourself, like money, like being on time, like your appearance, like taking care of yourself, even basic hygiene, right? Like these things, like sleep routine, going to bed on time. Oh, I only stay up late. I'm a night owl. Like, I get it. There are different types of people out there, but don't tell me that you're getting lack of sleep because you're drinking caffeine at 9 o'clock at night and you're sitting on your phone and not getting rid of, blue light or whatever, right? Like, you can change what you identify with, how you identify, your identity. You can change this. You need to be aware of it. You need to understand, who do I hang out with? Who is holding me back? Who am I most like in my friend group? Like, why am I acting this way? But again, if you're not willing to change, if you're not willing to understand, if you're not willing to observe yourself, there's no change. I know a lot of people that I've interacted with before. I mean, just several situations, and me included. I want to see the best in people. I want to help change. I want to help inspire change. But if that individual is not ready to change, it doesn't happen, right? So, maybe it's a good way to think about it. I'm sure you've got the friends or family that you're like, I just wish they did this more. I just wish they cared more. I just wish they did this one thing a little bit better. Well, think about all those things that you're not willing to be better at. You're not self-reflecting. You're not understanding how you can improve your game. Think about that and That's really the thing right there, right? Is like, again, being willing to change and understand and learn. If we are not willing to understand our own identity and what we're doing and what we're choosing to be like, that's on us, right? We have to be willing to understand. We have to be willing to see it and understand it. So anyways, I think this is very important. That's why I wanted to bring it up. Like I said, I have some people on my team that I hope listen to this episode. That is why I'm saying that. Sometimes I like to use these podcast episodes to maybe get a message out there to my team without directly calling them out. I don't actually backtrack that. Not calling them out. I'm just trying to give good, valuable lessons to like a broad range of my team, because this is something that we can all improve on. This is something that we all get stuck in that mindset of, again, I just can't. I just don't. I'm not willing to. I can't understand or comprehend. Again, money, budgeting, finances, like those are things that I just feel like we can all be capable. I'm not saying you need to be an accountant. I'm not saying you have to be a business owner, but like a basic level of understanding of what am I spending on a monthly basis and what's my income and how can I make things work and how can I spend my money better and wiser and understand I can't just go spend $100 on a Friday night. Like, I just want you to understand that. I guess that is my main thing that I've noticed recently. So anyways, think about that. I hope you guys had a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. I hope you guys stayed safe. I hope everybody's okay. I hope you guys had some good cookouts, or I hope you guys had some, whatever you did, I hope it was a good time. I know for me, I've been sick allergies kind of took me out and then induced like sickness almost or whatever. So I've been less not getting all the activity that I want to get in. But anyways, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys listening. We'll talk to you soon. We'll see you Thursday. Have a good one.